Hey, what's up, Srinivas, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have Donald here again, and really appreciate his time. Taking time off his busy schedule to actually talk to me. So one of the things that we have seen at your your balcony over there, we have seen that new nice planter tank.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that is something that probably I will want to dabble in future again and try with planter tanks again, because it looks very nice, but it is a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah, especially the stem plants.
Correct.
And then I see that you have the dosers, the dosing mechanisms. Then you have like your DIY on the fan, and then you use a chiller. Yeah, so I think that's a very, very nice thing. Coming back to streams, right? We have all the stream tanks over here. So anything changed from the last time? Because the last time was a year ago. So what changed?
Thank you, Ben. It's my pleasure to be having you here again. Frankly speaking, in terms of the infrastructure of the tank, nothing changed, because getting advice from you and getting the setup right at the first start, whereby I have my water drainage, my incoming water all done up properly. All those is still the same. The only changes is whereby when I start resetting tank, the string get moved around. But basically, if you look at the tank, the string insides and all the stuff that I have inside, they are the same. Because I always believe if nothing is broken, then I don't need to fix them lah. Right. So basically, if you were to compare 1 year and now, I myself don't think I have changed anything.
Right. So then it leads us to this question that the topic is all about, is what will happen, what will make you quit the hobby, for example.
Okay. Well, frankly speaking, right now I have not think about will I quit the hobby.
Right.
But if I were to look back into what I have went through before, in the past, every time when I stop my fish keeping, string keeping hobby, a lot of it is because of that I need to move out of my place.
Oh, like
so
moving
away.
Okay.
I mean, when that happens, it's quite difficult for me to keep the same setup, move them in time when my new place is ready to move in.
Right.
Because it takes a lot of logistic arrangement. I need to get the new tank over the new place, set up first, cycled before I can move the livestock.
Right.
So many times because of that, actually I move my place. I move out quite a few times already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in all those times, when I have a fish tank, I always end up have to decommission the tank.
Right.
And then stop the hobby.
Stop the hobby temporarily.
Temporarily until I settle into my new place.
Right.
And then if I can find a new spot for my equipment, my fish tank, then will I be able to restart again.
Right. So it's not stopping permanently. So it's more like temporary. You will stop it because of relocation and
yeah. So that is only one of the reasons why I stopped. So if I were to ask myself, what will trigger me to quit? Right. Or what will happen that make me quit? It could be some maybe some major thing that happened in life.
Okay.
It could be maybe as I age.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe it will come to a point of time whereby I may not be able to do spend the same amount of time I want in the hobby. But that one is very unlikely. It could be another thing whereby if I do find myself stagnant in the hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
So stagnant, can you maybe explain a little bit more when you talk about stagnant? Like, what does it mean?
Right now, the stream that I have are no different 1 year ago.
Okay.
So what if this goes on for the next 2-3 years?
Right.
To me, that will be a stagnant so-called stage whereby if nothing changed, I may not find it challenging anymore or so-called fulfilling to do this without any improvement or progress in the hobby.
Right.
So unless there's a new strain of stream whereby it's challenging again for me to try out,
Right.
or I myself maybe set out my own small little project to maybe do my own line whereby I try to crossbreed certain different strains and
Right.
create a new line.
Right.
If not, if I continue to do the same thing for the next 2 years,
You'll get boring.
I may get bored. Yeah, I
Yeah.
may get bored. Yeah.
Okay, understand.
Yeah.
So progression wise, you think that you need to have some sort of like challenges before, if not it will be very mundane and you
Correct.
keep breeding the same thing, doing
Yes.
the same thing, then
Yes.
you'll kind of
Yes,
quit
because right
progress.
now it's like clockwork already. I don't
Right,
do
right.
anything; it just work.
Right.
So I don't get to play a lot more lah.
Right. So when we talk about this topic, right, we because I speak to quite a lot of breeders globally, and one of the things that trigger a lot of breeders is actually like running ACs,
Okay.
running lights. So
Okay.
the electricity gets quite expensive. Will electricity, the monthly maintenance, the overheads and things, will that cause you to or trigger you to quit the hobby?
I think most hobby will cost a bit.
Right.
So it's just about whether you find it worthwhile spending on the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then of course if we have spare cash
Right.
lying around, then it doesn't apply to me right now because
Right.
it doesn't affect me so much whereby spending this much on my hobby take away the so-called the money I have
Right.
to spend with my family. So
Okay.
it doesn't come to that point.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't know moving forward when one day if I do retire,
Yeah.
and then I don't have a stable income, it may happen. But of course, I have to plan for my retirement,
Right.
making sure that I have enough to spend. But if not, no, I don't think I will look into how much I spend the hobby in terms of the money expenses. Yeah.
Okay. So when we talk about that money part, right? Because now it's been a year, you are just doing like running costs versus the time when you first set up with all these racks and everything. So compare the initial capital outlay and right now running costs.
Actually, I don't find it expensive in the setup equipment
Okay.
because I think it's quite affordable in Singapore.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
tanks,
tanks.
compared to
racks,
the US.
Racks, for example, if I want
Yeah.
to do it right, I can get all the racks set up. But the tank, you can do it slowly. You don't have to. You don't have to fill up the tank all at once.
Yeah.
So if you feel that I just want to get everything up,
Like this side.
this side up, just fill up the room with whatever plan you have in mind because of the so-called the piping that involved. So I get when I first started all the rack going, so that I can do all the piping first. Then the tank go in at the different stages, so I don't have to do all at once. And then I'm only using sponge filter, even though some of them are using HOB. But majority are sponge filter. So sponge filter are very affordable.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just need to get one powerful enough air pump, and then that will be enough to do all the filtration for all the stream.
Okay.
So setup that did not really cost me as much to the point that it deter me from going to the hobby.
Right.
So it's more on the running cost because AC really in Singapore is not cheap.
Yep.
Yeah, and then because in Singapore it's too hot, then there's no way we can keep Carolina without a way to chill or cool down the tank water. Yeah.
So in other words, is the value that you get out of the hobby is worth a lot more than the price that you pay for the running costs.
I value the hobby so that the price
It's not so much.
is not so much.
Okay.
It's just like anybody who have hobby, as long as they get enough enjoyment from the hobby, as long as they feel that they can spare the cash, I believe this is why they need to spend on the hobby.
Right. So in other words, for life-changing events,
If there's no life-changing event.
no life-changing events, electricity bills and all that. So
And-
these are some of the factors that may that may trigger you to actually quit
To
the
think
hobby?
about it. Yeah.
Right. So is there anything else, words of encouragement for breeders, globally? Because electricity prices has always been going up, and the water, electricity, the time, and all this. Is there any word of encouragement or something that you want to share with the younger breeders or people who are on the fence, saying that should I continue to keep the Caridina streams, or should I continue with this because it's going to cost this much? So what are some things that you would really share?
I believe, even though I didn't take the route, but because I know what I'm getting into, for those who are new or thinking about getting into the hobby, it helps a lot to do a bit of research to understand what is involved in keeping this Caridina stream, so that when they start, they don't make mistakes whereby we will discourage them.
Right.
Yeah. So if they have done enough homework, find more about what required in this hobby, then and most important is that they can always take a small step at a time, whereby they don't have to rush into it. Start one tank first, getting to know the hobby, succeeding in that particular tank, getting more confidence before they move on to the next one. So for me, I went through that route 10 plus years ago. So this time round, last year when I do it, I know exactly what I'm getting into. So that's why I dare to one shot set up the whole rack and everything, because I already passed that stage. Yeah. But for beginners, it's good to take small steps, so that they have less. They only have one tank to focus on and get it right.
Right. Okay. So thank you, Donald, for taking this interview. I think this gives a lot of clarity in terms of some of the hobbies that are in the sitting on the fence. I've mentioned whether do they want to continue on or do they want to quit the hobby because of some of these either life-changing events or some of this cost structure that builds into the hobby. And yeah, so thank you once again. Appreciate your experience and time. So thank you. So yeah, so for those who like this video, please remember to give a thumbs up, and for those who are new, please remember to subscribe. And until next time, peace out.